wake up and the house is way too quiet. No Destiny, no Kaden, no Kaylani. I glance out the window. All our cars are still in the driveway. I call out and nothing. I wander the house, looking in every room. I check the kitchen, empty. I check the backyard, nothing but a wet towel on a chair. I look at the pool, the water's still, just some floaties drifting around. I check the bedrooms, more silence. Now it's weird. I start calling their phones, straight to voicemail. I know you're not all ghosting me right now. I spot something in the hallway, clothes on the floor, bathing suits, shirts, a trail leading to the laundry room. I pause. Wait, isn't this what happens during the rapture? Now I'm just standing there staring at empty clothes. Suddenly the fear hits. I was left behind. I start Googling what to do if you get left behind in the rapture. A few minutes later, the door swings open and in walks Destiny, Kaden, and Kaylani all laughing. Turns out they just went on a walk after swimming. The moral of the story, I need to read the Bible more. When I was a kid, my dad told me and my brothers,
"Boys, it's your mom's birthday, and we're doing something special this year."
I thought we were about to go out to eat, but he said,
"We're writing her a song."
A song? Bro, I was like 8. I didn't even know how to rhyme yet. Dad grabbed his guitar, my brother started coming up with dance moves, and I was in charge of lyrics. What rhymes with mom? Mom? Bum?
Y'all better take this serious. We got 1 hour to get this ready.
After an hour of arguing, laughing, and restarting, we finally finished our masterpiece.
Oh, mama, you are the bomb. You fix stuff when things go wrong. Mama, how do we thank you?
Oh my goodness!
Oh, mama, you are the light. You make the dark days bright.
I know that's right.
Mama, how do we thank you?
Mom smiled and said, who wrote this song? Before I can even breathe, my brothers yelled, we all did. But Mama knew it was me, and the rest of the guys weren't happy about it.
Wipe that smile off your face.
I woke up yelling this morning because somehow I woke up in my car in the middle of nowhere. I definitely fell asleep in my bed, so I wanted to find out how I managed to get in my car and drive somewhere. First, I tried looking at the security footage in my Tesla, but there was no footage of me getting in my car. So I decided to get out of the car and search around for some clues. I found this random path and followed it, but I started getting bit by mosquitoes, so I turned around and ran back to my car. Then I realized I was getting kind of hungry, but to my surprise, there was a Starbucks bag on the floor of my car with my favorite sandwich inside. I looked at the bag and there was a note telling me to watch the video on my smart glasses. I found the glasses in the cup holder, but they were dead, so I had no choice but to drive home and charge them. When they finally turned back on, I quickly connected them to my phone to see the footage, and I couldn't believe what I saw. There was a video of me getting out of my bed and walking outside to my car this morning. There's only one explanation. I'm a sleepwalker. So I'm very afraid of heights. So my wife Destiny tricked me into going to New York City to visit one of the tallest buildings in the city. At first, Destiny made it seem like we were just gonna have a fun day of exploring. We drove around the busy city, walked outside in the blazing sun, and saw some amazing art. But then Destiny said she wanted to go to a place called The Edge. I bought us tickets, and once we got inside, it was so cool. We took pictures and saw so many interesting things. Then we hopped into this awesome elevator. It felt like we were in it for a long time, and I started to wonder what was happening. When the doors finally opened, I couldn't believe my eyes. We were 100 floors in the sky. That's when I understood why it was called The Edge. I was so scared, but Destiny encouraged me to conquer my fears. With my heart racing, I decided to be brave and step outside onto the observation deck. And you know what? It wasn't so bad. In fact, it was a lot of fun and the view was incredible. Although I conquered my fears, I was definitely ready to get back down to solid ground. So I'm feeling nervous this morning because we're taking our baby daughter to her first amusement park. I've always had a fear of rides breaking down, so I didn't want her to get on any. First, I tried to keep her entertained in this fun maze, but she quickly got bored. Then I brought her over to the goats at the petting zoo, but she lost interest after just a few minutes. I even tried to bribe her with gifts from the gift shop, but she still wanted to go on the rides. So I showed her the splash pad, hoping she would forget about the rides for a while. Just when I thought she stopped asking about them, Kaden came over and started talking about the rides. I had no choice but to take her on one. I got on it with her, and I might have been even more scared than she was. But thankfully, it ended quickly. Just when I thought it was all over, she said she wanted to go on the roller coaster, which is my biggest fear. I was biting my nails all the way to the front of the line. It turned out she was too small to ride, and I felt relieved that I didn't have to face that ride. But then Kaden said he still wanted to go on it. I was so terrified on that roller coaster that I fainted. Lathan got an electric dirt bike for Christmas, but it needed to be put together. Since Lathan is so small, their dad makes Brayton and Ethan do everything for him. They have to clean up his messes, peel his fruit, and put things together for him. He doesn't help at all either. He just tells them what to do while they work and then takes credit for it.
That's right, little boys. You better put together my bike, and it better be done right.
Ooh, I'm tired of him, Ethan.
Yeah, I think it's time we taught our little brother a little lesson.
So they went into the garage and pretended to work on Lathan's bike for hours.
Hey, where's my bike at?
It's
under this blanket.
Yeah, go get Dad so we can show him how it works.
Lathan ran to get their dad and told him he built the bike all by himself. Brayton and Nathan couldn't help but laugh as they revealed the bike, which was still in pieces.
I can't believe this. You have every right to be mad, Dad. Yeah, I am mad at y'all, too. I told y'all to build this bike, and y'all didn't.
Yeah, but what about
Be
Lathan?
quiet and put this bike together.
Yeah, put my bike together, little boys.
Whenever Brayton and Ethan try to chill out, their little brother Lathan bugs them to play I Spy.
I spy with my little eye something red.
Get out of here, Lathan.
Yeah, we're not gonna play your dumb games, and there's nothing you can do about it, little boy.
Well, I can do something about it. Y'all play with your little brother before I get my belt.
Aha, I spy with my little eye two little boys that are about to play I Spy.
Brayton and Ethan were tired of the game, so they hatched a plan.
Hey, Lathan, do you want to play I Spy?
Oh boy, yes I do.
We spy with our little eyes something blue.
Oh, I know, the sky.
Nope.
I don't see anything else that's blue.
Maybe your eyes just aren't good enough.
Yeah, maybe you need to get closer.
Lathan kept running further and further away. Once he was out of sight, they dashed back inside the house.
Brayton and Ethan, why did I find your little brother all the way at the park? We were having fun with him.
Just like you told us to.
Well, meet me upstairs so we can have some fun, too.
No, Dad, please.
Aha, I spy with my little eye two little boys that are about to get a spanking.
Y'all get up here right now.
When I was a kid, my dad decided me and my brothers were going to be the next big R&B group. He had the vision, the songs, and 3 sons who couldn't hit a high note to save their lives.
Oh my goodness, this ain't working.
So Dad brought in our cousin Mike. He could hit notes higher than a microwave beat.
Whoa, okay, choir boy.
At first, he was fine. He blended in, smiling all innocent, but then it happened.
All right, fellas, let's tighten up these harmonies. Desmond, lead us off.
I hit that note with ease. Take the spotlight there. Now bring the crowd to their knees. And the runs ain't rare. So come on and step aside. It's showtime. But we both give it center. It's one or the other. And one day you'll discover that I'm the lead forever and ever.
Well, I guess we know who our lead singer is.
So growing up, my dad had this thing about people telling him how to build stuff, even if he had no clue what he was doing.
I know what I'm doing, boy.
He never looked at the instructions. He always had screws left over, and a lot of times he had to start over.
Oh, darn it.
But one day, he was putting together a shoe rack, and I was watching because I love building things. I noticed he was putting in screws that were supposed to go in last, meaning he'd have to take the whole thing apart later. I tried to tell him, but he just said,
Boy, shut up. I know what I'm doing.
so I had no choice but to watch him finish, knowing it was all wrong.
Well, another job completed by Dad. You ready to see how this bad boy works?
Ha, are you?
Drum roll, please.
My dad went to open up the shoe rack door, and of course, it didn't open.
What the?
He finally took a look at the instructions and realized he had to take the whole thing apart.
Darn it, not again.
Yeah, Dad, I saw when you were doing that part wrong.
So you just stood there and watched me mess it up?
I tried to tell you, but you told me to be quiet.
Oh, so now you're trying to be disrespectful?
Huh?
Boy, just get out of my face.
So when I was a kid, my dad had a personal candy machine in his room and no one was allowed to touch it. During spring break, there wasn't any food in the fridge. I was so hungry, so I figured out a way to get candy from my dad's candy machine. At first, I only took a little, so it wasn't noticeable. But by Friday, I realized the candy was really low, and my dad would definitely find out. So I went to the trash, grabbed the candy wrappers, and put them back in the candy machine. I prayed he'd think insects got into it or something. When my dad came home, I ran to my games and acted like I'd been playing the whole time. He walked into the room and asked what happened to his candy machine. I told him I didn't know. Then he started explaining my whole plan back to me. How I must have taken the candy, put the wrappers back, and hoped he'd blame insects. I had no idea he was just kidding, so I asked him how he figured out my plan. That's when he realized I actually did it, and I got a spanking. Comment below if you've ever had a plan backfire like this. When I was a kid, our band was getting serious. Me, my brothers, and our cousin had a few real good songs done, and Dad goes,
All right, fellas, it's time to film a music video.
we were hyped until we realized Dad wanted to direct it himself.
All right, listen up. You gotta cry out to the camera. I need to feel it.
He had us standing on the driveway. Dad, we're filming the video out here?
Yeah, right here. And I want y'all to start off with some finger snaps.
Finger snaps. That's when we knew we were in trouble. After 5 hours of finger snaps, Dad finally says,
Whoa, that's a wrap, fellas. I'm gonna edit it and we're gonna post it tonight.
Yeah, we can't let him post that video.
yeah, if he does, everyone's gonna laugh at us. So we had no choice but to set up a green screen, grab the water hose for special effects, and film a new version of the video in the garage.
All right, fellas, I'm about to post a video.
Wait, Dad, take a look at this. Through the midnight, I'm calling out your name. Raindrops keep on dancing, but my heart still feels the same.
Y'all filmed another video?
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
So one morning, my dad calls a band meeting.
I finally thought of your band name, the Sunshine Soldiers. Yeah.
I'm not being no sunshine soldier.
Yeah, me neither. You know what? We need a name that describes exactly who we are.
We know how to put on a show, but without a name, we won't have the fame. On stage, the people watching will say, they are really good, but who are they? We're brothers, with our cousin, that means something. We're brothers, with our cousin, brothers and cousins.
Yeah, that's it. Bro cuz. Yeah.
So this is what y'all doing behind my back, bro, cuz? Everybody quiet. I like it.